In the pixel-packed pandemonium of 2026 photography, where AI autofocus and 8K epics eclipse yesterday's icons, Sony's mirrorless mastery surges supreme, delivering 50 Mbps plus sensors, 30 FPS bursts, and 8K 60p video that outpace Canon's cinema cams by 25% in hybrid hustle and Nikon's Noise Ninja by 20% in low-light latitude per DPR View and Arding's benchmarks. From A6700's APS-C agility to A12's flagship Fury, our top 5 most liked Sony cameras for 2026 spotlights, crowd-craved conquerors vetted by our Sony Alpha Raves, YouTube Velocity, and Amazon algorithms for real-time recognition AF, IBIS Ingenuity, and resale ROI, 20-45% flips on Chrono 24. Ranging $1,000–$7,000, these picks fueled by a 38% Sony surge, Statista forecast, crush competitors' complexity with E-mount empires, skip the stasis, sink in for the spectacle where every shutter scripts supremacy. Let's lens the legends one AI-assisted arc at a time. Number 5. Sony A6700. The Sony A6700 ascends 2026 as the APS-C artisan for hybrid hustlers. Its 26 MP Exmor-R sensor with Bionz XR unleashing 4K WAD 120p oversampled from 6K with S-Cinetone skin tones, clinching Creative Block's best APS-C hybrid for its AI processing unit that nails real-time recognition AF on birds, gosh, insects with 93% hit rate, outshining Fujifilm X-T5 by 20% in subject stickiness per 2026 Tech Radar trials. At $1,398 your body only, this A6700 Ace deploys 5-axis IBIS, 8-stop for handheld haze-free hikes, 11 FPS mechanical bursts with 759-point face detect, and vari-angle touchscreen for vlog virtuosity, while the 1020-shot battery, CIPA, sips NP-FZ100 for all-day epics, synced to Creators app for 4K exports and low-latency streaming, 60 ms. The 493-493G magnesium frame shrugs dust drizzle with environmental sealing, all at 100 S&Q for slow-mo sorcery. Updated 2026 with A6700 Pro, AKTs, this Sony nods A6600 legacy with matte black finishes, forums frothing its X-T5 thriller that trumps Canon R10 in AF anarchy. At $1,398, it underbids Nikon Z52 in resolution, 26MP versus 20mm, aligning with 2026's APS-C ascent via female-friendly vari-angle. The sensor's stacked readout conquering rolling shutter, the processor's AI conquering autofocus aches, an APS-C artisan where every frame forges fortune. In 2026's hybrid hustle, the A6700 ascends audaciously, an Exmor Emperor fusing 4K fluidity with AF artistry, empowering creators with compact conquests that appreciate as accessibly as they adapt most liked for APS-C apex. Number 4. Sony A7C2. The Sony A7C2 compacts 2026 as the full-frame forager for travel triumphs. Its 33mm Exmor-R sensor with Bionz XR unleashing 4K 60p no 10-bit with S-Log 3 that blooms like a cinema cam in disguise, clinching PCMag's best compact full frame for its 7-stop IBIS and real-time recognition AF that nails 93% hit rate on pets, posh people, outshining Canon R8 by 15% in portability per 2026 Sound and Vision trials. At $2,198 body only, this A7C Conqueror deploys vari-angle touchscreen for vlog virtuosity, 10 FPS bursts with 759-point phase detect, and 570-shot battery, CIPA sips NP-FZ100 for all-day epics, while the 5-14G magnesium frame shrugs dust drizzle with environmental sealing. The 3-inch 1.04mm dot screen flips for selfies, synced to Imaging Edge app for 4K exports and low-latency streaming, 60 Mbps. Updated 2026 with A7C2 Pro, AKTs, this Sony nods A7C legacy with matte black silver finishes, forums frothing its R8 rival that trumps Nikon ZF in video versatility. At $2,198, it underbids Sony A7IV in weight, 514G versus 658 aligning with 2026's compact crest via female-friendly flip. The sensor's stacked readout conquering rolling shutter, the processor's AI conquering autofocus aches, a full-frame forager where every frame forges fortune. In 2026's Travel Torrent, the A7C2 compacts captivatingly, an Exmor Emperor fusing 4K fluidity with AF artistry, empowering nomads with nomadic nirvana that appreciate as accessibly as they adapt most liked for compact crown. Number 3. Sony A7RV. The Sony A7RV resolves 2026 as the resolution rebel for landscape lords. Its 61 nanopeat full-frame BSI CMOS with Bion ZXR, unleashing 8K 30p oversampled from 7K with 16-bit RAW that blooms like a medium-format mirage, clinching DPR Review's best high-res mirrorless for its 8-stop IBIS and AI processing unit that nails 96% hit rate on birds and insects. Outshining Canon R5 II by 20% in detail density per 2026 imaging resource trials. At 3,198 body only, this A7R Renegade deploys 3.2-inch 4-axis multi-angle touchscreen for waist-level whimsy, 10 FPS bursts with 693-point phase detect, and 530-shot battery, CIPA SIPS NP-FZ100 for all-day epics, while the 737G magnesium frame shrugs dust drizzle with environmental sealing. The Pixel Shift multi-shooting conquers 240 megapixel mosaics, synced to Imaging Edge app for 8K exports and low-latency streaming 60 minutes. Updated 2026 with A7RV Pro, global shutter tease. This Sony nods A7RV legacy with matte black finishes, forums frothing its R5 II rival that trumps Nikon Z8 and IBIS ingenuity. At $3,198, it underbids Hasselblad X2D in thrift tenacity, aligning with 2026's resolution rush via female-friendly multi-angle. The sensor's BSI bloom conquers noise nightmares, the processor's AI conquering autofocus aches, a resolution rebel where every pixel pulses perfection. In 2026's detail deluge, the A7R5 resolves resplendently, a BSI beacon fusing 61 Mapodi majesty with 8-stop stability, empowering landscapers with large-format likeness that appreciate as artistically as they adapt most liked for resolution reign. Number 2. Sony A7IV. The Sony A7 IV hybrids 2026 as the all-rounder artisan for hybrid hustlers. Its 33-megapixel full-frame BSI CMOS with Bion ZXR unleashing 4K 60p 10-bit S-Log 3 with 15-stop dynamic range that blooms like a cinema cam in disguise, clinching what hi-fi is best hybrid mirrorless for its real-time recognition AF that nails 94% hit rate on vehicles by videographers, outshining Canon R6 Mark II by 15% in video versatility per 2026 TechRadar trials. At 2,498 A's body only, this A7 Ace deploys 3.68 Matter.EVF and 3-inch vari-angle touchscreen for vlog virtuosity, 10 FPS bursts with 759-point phase detect, and 580 shot battery, CIPA SIPS NP-FZ100 for all-day epics, while the 658G magnesium frame shrugs dust drizzle with environmental sealing. The S-Cinetone and breathing compensation conquer cinematic curses, synced to Creators app for 4K exports and low-latency streaming 60 milliseconds. Updated 2026 with A7 IV Pro 8K tease, this Sony nods A7 III legacy with matte black finishes, forums frothing its R6 rival that trumps Nikon Z6 III in AF anarchy. At $2,498, it underbids Sony A1 II in thrift tenacity, aligning with 2026's hybrid hustle via female-friendly vari-angle. The sensor's BSI bloom conquers noise nightmares, the processor's AI conquering autofocus aches, an all-rounder artisan where every frame forges fortune. In 2026's hybrid havoc, the A7 IV hybrids handsomely, a BSI beacon fusing 4K fluidity with AF artistry, empowering creators with compact conquests that appreciate as accessibly as they adapt most liked for all-rounder apex. Number 1. Sony A1 III. The Sony A1 II flagships 2026 as the ultimate unicorn for uncompromising overlords. It's 50. 1 MEP full-frame stacked CMOS with Bion ZXR unleashing 8K 30p 10-bit with 16-stop dynamic range that blooms like a cinema cam in disguise, clinching DPR Review's Camera of the Year for its AI processing unit that nails 97% hit rate on insects-dollared vehicles with 30 FPS blackout-free bursts, outshining Canon R1 by 25% in speed per 2026 Imaging Resource Trials. At $6,499 body only, this A1 Ace deploys 9.4 Fear Motors.EVF and 3.2-inch 4-axis touchscreen for eye-level epics, 8.5-stop IBIS with active mode for handheld haze-free hikes, and 860-shot battery. CIPA sips NPFZ100 for all-day epics, while the 737G magnesium frame shrugs dust drizzle with environmental sealing. The pre-capture and speed boost conquer fleeting frames, synced to Creators app for 8K exports, and low-latency streaming, 50 minutes. Launched November 2024 as A1's successor, this too nods 2021 A1 with matte black finishes, forums frothing its R1 rival that trumps Nikon Z9 in AI anarchy. At $6,499, it underbids Hasselblad X2D in thrift tenacity, aligning with 2026's flagship Flux via female-friendly 4-axis. The sensor's stacked readout-conquering rolling shutter, the processor's AI-conquering autofocus aches, an ultimate unicorn where every frame forges fortune. In 2026's flagship fray, the A1 II flagships fantastically, a stacked sovereign fusing 8K epics with 30 FPS fluidity, empowering pros with pro-grade portals that appreciate as artistically as they adopt most liked for ultimate unicorn. At 737G, it's pro-stable. Female touchscreen feeds iPhone at low latency. Dust filters washable biannually. Buy for flagship bliss. Skip if you crave thrift Sony's Q to A1 II Apex. Top 5 Most Liked Sony Cameras. For 2026,